Today, we feel very much honored and privileged to have the founding director of Interactive Q Consultancy and Christians Enjoying Everyday Life. And this person is none other than Chatiza-Marimbe. And I have really known each other for quite some time now, and we call each other sisters because we have very similar passions, and we've wanted for a very long time to have this opportunity to be able to sit down and just talk about life and the things that make us tick and all the things that we're doing in our lives. And I'm glad that we finally managed to do that. And so welcome to the show, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
For those who don't know Fa, she's someone who's very, very busy in the community, and as you've heard, she is a founding director, so she's got her own consultancy that she runs. I think it's probably Monday to Sunday, really, 24/7 at this stage. And I'm very curious to know where you find the time to do all that.
Well, my day is the same like everyone else. I've got 24 hours, but I am really passionate about impacting people and making them believe in themselves. Mm-hmm. So that is what takes priority. Mm-hmm. And if I can do that, I've found that everything else sort of falls into place. And in saying that, I live a very systematic life. I'm a very organized person.
Mm-hmm. That I know.
I know. So because of that, I find that when you have order, you've got the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So when you have order, you've got the time.
Yeah.
But you're also you're a mother. Mm-hmm. You're a minister. Mm-hmm. You're a wife. Mm-hmm. I know.
And
a student. That's right. That's right. As much as you might have a systematic lifestyle, or as much as you might run a systematic lifestyle, what other things what other strategies have you put in place to help you be able to achieve your goals?
So, for starters, with regards to my family, I have a very supportive family. I have a very supportive husband, and my children. So everyone is on board with me with everything that I do. So they're all aware.
Yes.
And we like to say if it's not on my calendar, it's not getting done. So because of that, everyone plans in advance to make sure our lives are in order. I have also learned to embrace people who can support me.
Yep.
So with that being said, with regards to the business, I do more outsourcing than myself spending time doing the work. So when you have like structures in place like that, other people doing the work with you, not necessarily for you, you then also get time to do the things that perhaps do not pay. So like with ministry, for instance, I will jump at any opportunity to serve people, and that's priority for me. So for that to happen, it means I need other avenues, other mechanisms around me that will still bring in resources, because this is time that's not bringing the money in.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
doing the Lord's work.
Yes. So yes. Yeah, pretty much. My life is like that, where I've got this little side hustle, or I've got this other bringing in the money in, and that frees up my time to do other things.
That's good. I like the idea of outsourcing.
Yes.
These days I think you find if you don't outsource, especially if you the kind of person you are, you will be overwhelmed.
Yes.
You studied political administration in Zimbabwe. For those who don't know, Phiri is from Zimbabwe. She studied political administration over there, and you worked as a researcher for some time. and you came over to Australia, and you decided to make a switch to IT. Why? I'm curious.
So it's not exactly that I did a swap, but I think I sort of caught on to this a bit early, where administration has evolved. And because I'm such a structure person, a system person, when I was working in administration, that was pretty much what I was doing, working on information systems. And so I realized that admin is evolving and almost becoming irrelevant. And so that's why I moved into information systems and IT, and pretty much have realized that over the years, even accountants are suffering. Every industry is being affected by the evolution of technology. And that's why I have then moved into technology, so that I can help people who are in business or people who are in industries where they just do not understand how IT fits in. And that's what I do with my business pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. So you have the Women in Business IT that you are organizing coming up on the 2nd of March. And I'm very curious to know why you decided to, why high tea?
So I love to eat, obviously. The fellowship is really important to me. But the whole concept came about because as we were talking about career change, one of the things that I did during the time that I was changing was hustling, pretty much, running my own business. So before Interactive Q really transformed into what it is today, it was still, I'm working from home as a mom and that. So I found a lot of women are in that space where when they start to have children, they find it a bit difficult to go back to full-time work, and so they're working from home and running their businesses. And I then realized, okay, how about we come together and learn from each other, not necessarily get each other's business ideas, but how about we iron sharpens iron, come together, and because I'm a systems person, how can I help you and your business figure out a way to save time? Because while you're trying to make money and work from home, you still have duties or roles at home that you need to perform to full potential.
That's right.
So if I can help you free up your time, well, then I've done my best. And that's what Women in Business IT has always been about, that we come, we just share our stories, our journeys, and we get professionals who will then come and also give you a few tips, business tools to just help you thrive in your business.
Wow, I like the idea. And Women in Business IT, this event has been going on for
2 years now. Yeah.
And I attended last year's. What a beautiful event.
It was.
What a beautiful event, and we learned a lot, and just to see the power of collaboration, and women coming together to complement each other, to work together, not to compete, but to really be each other's, that support that you need. So well done for organizing such a thing, and we look forward to many more events like this coming up in the future. But so for people who want to come to the event, how can they register? Where can they find more information about this IT?
So we've got the advert running on Facebook. You can actually purchase your tickets on Facebook as well. Eventbrite, we do have that event running on Eventbrite as well. And because we're also hosting it at the Rise in Maylands, they even have that advert on their webpage as well. So that's fantastic. And so I'm actually quite excited that people want to be a part of this, and just to let everyone in business know that it's not just about us sharing our stories, it's also about you coming out and sharing your business story with other girls and just telling them and encouraging one another. It's all about self-confidence, and self-confidence is really when you can cheer the other person on. That's right. So I'm excited.
I'm all for women working together. We need to start challenging some of these things that we have been associated with for a very long time and say, no, women can collaborate.
Yes.
Women can come together.
Yeah.
Women are such a powerful force when they work together. Maybe to change topic a little bit, with the other work that you do in the community, you are the founding director of Christians Enjoying Everyday Life. What is it? What is it about? Like, seriously, what is the organization about? What is it about?
So, okay, the Christians Enjoying Life is really about enjoying life.
Yes.
When you talk about Christians, a lot of people automatically think, oh, boring.
I know.
That's
Tell
what
me
they're
more.
doing.
Tell me
She's
more.
a pastor. Oh, that's such a drag. And I'm saying, I don't know which ones you're talking about, but as for me and my family, we are normal people. We enjoy life.
Yes.
And so I found that having migrated from a country that was predominantly Christian, where we didn't have to think twice about our religion.
Yeah.
We were comfortable. You come out here where it's different. I found that a lot of us are struggling to own our lifestyle.
That's right.
As a Christian. It's an everyday thing. It's not like a jacket that I take off. It's an everyday thing.
Whenever it's convenient.
Yeah.
And take it on whenever it's convenient.
Exactly. So I've then over the time realized that our values have disintegrated as a result of that. Of course, with migration comes changes, and I get that.
Yes.
But what can we then do? The problem exists, so what can we do? That's where I come in. I've always been about, let's solve the problem together.
That's right.
What can we do? Let's have this conversation. So what we do is we bring families together every year, and we are saying, look, there's a lot of things going on with migration, with the family changes and all. Let's have this conversation together. So we give each other tools. We talk about the elephant in the room. We talk about those subjects that children would not have ordinarily spoken to their parents about, because now we're in the diaspora.
Yes.
You know, there's that change in culture.
That's right.
So what we are trying to just do is to say, hey, be normal.
That's right. That's right.
I'm a Christian, I'm normal.
Yes, yep.
So when my child decides they want to change church or they want to change, what do we do? So let's equip each other.
Yep, keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real and practical.
Practical.
That's right.
And so it's not just about Bible bashing and teaching and teaching. No, it's also about fun.
Yes.
Now we're in a space where I never got to see my parents climb a ladder. Or even swim. It's almost taboo in my culture. So there I am in a country where my kids expect that for me to show up to their games. So what do I do as a parent? So it's that space that we are creating, a safe space for families to come together, loosen up, shake it a bit, and let's push boundaries. Let's have fun together. That's what it is.
It's also a bonding opportunity. I mean, the truth be told is we lead very busy lives here. And sometimes we can sacrifice our kids. We can sacrifice our kids because we are so busy with work. We are trying to live this Australian dream, right?
Yeah.
And so when you have moments like what you're trying to do with Christians enjoying everyday life, they're priceless. You cannot put a value on that because that's actually going to help parents and children to revalue their relationship.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also the friendship that comes out of this. So I have I've got two boys who are still young and are trying to make friends. So obviously they want friends that they can cling to, friends that stick closer than a brother. It's that opportunity that they look forward to meeting again and having that fun, So if we can do that, then why not?
Wow, excellent. We would love to talk and talk and talk, and I know you and we can go for hours, but for the sake of our audience, we just need to wind it down here. 3 people you would like to meet and why?
Okay, it's actually quite funny because the people I really would have loved to meet have since gone to be with the Lord. But one of them was obviously Miles Monroe.
Wow.
Same.
I know. I remember back in 2005. Sorry to interrupt you.
Right.
I know. 'Cause I remember back in 2005 when I, first put together my vision board. I had him on my vision board, and I had the Bahamas as a place that I wanted to visit simply because of him, right? And now that he is going to be with the Lord, I am like, do I still want to go to the Bahamas? I don't know. I don't know.
And the other person was Nelson Mandela as well, and that's pretty much because of his story on forgiveness. Right. So I really would have loved that. But there's still one person though on my list, and this girl is called Amy Horner.
Wow.
And I don't know if she's famous or I don't know, but Amy was my pen pal when I was 9 years old.
Wow.
And Amy was from Sydney.
Wow.
And she became a part of my vision board from that young age because she used to send me these pictures of Australia, and my dream of Australia became so true and a reality to that.
Wow.
So from where I was in the space that I was at that time at 9, you know my story.
Yes.
Yeah, from moving from brokenness, homelessness, all of that, and finally sitting in Australia and finally going to Sydney and saying, wow, I did it.
Yes.
She's still one of those who's still on my vision board. I would really love to see Amy. Yeah.
Wow. And talking of vision boards, I know you are a strong believer in, some people call them dream boards, others call them, vision boards.
Yeah.
Tell us more. I know I said we're talking about the people you want to meet here, but you've touched on something that I'm also very passionate about, and so I would like to hear, from your point of view, what you think of vision boards, and have they really worked for you?
Vision boards work, and this is the thing for me. When you have an idea and you believe it, and you start to work towards it, it becomes a reality. And so in spite of whatever life throws at you, whatever circumstance life throws at you, you will make it happen.
That's right.
And so with us, my father made us draw balloons at the back of each exercise book.
Wow.
And you would write the things you wanted to do for that year. And so when you finish, you tick them off. That was like before people were talking about vision boards. And so
that had a name.
Yeah. And so you actually started the year believing in achieving something. And he always used to say, you see all this wealth, it's mine, as in it's his. It's not yours. Fight for your own.
That's right.
And so as life took its toll on our family, the one thing that the three of us, I've got two other sisters, the one thing that we believed in was ourselves.
Wow.
Because of the vision that we had been believing in from a very young age.
Wow.
And all of us have ticked our boxes.
Wow.
All of us have ticked our boxes. And so I do believe in vision boards.
Thank God, for your father, what a legacy.
Yes.
What a legacy that he left behind for his children.
Yeah.
And you are a testament to that.
Yeah.
And with regards to the three places that you would like to visit, I know one of them has been Sydney because of your pen pal.
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah.
And are there any other places?
No. Funny enough, no. And I'll tell you
living
why.
A life of contentment.
That's the thing.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Because I have this strong belief that if I want to do it, I will do it. I can catch a plane, I can go there.
Yeah.
So I really don't, the only thing that limits me right now is possibly just the time or the money. That's all. But once I put my mind to something, I'll make it happen. Yeah, but because I strongly believe that Australia is where I'm supposed to be, and I've only just started my tour of Australia. I haven't done much, so I'm still waiting.
There's still a lot to explore.
Yes, I still have to do the outback Australia, and also for as long as that is still there, I think my priority in terms of places I really want to be, I really want to explore Australia to the deepest core of Australia.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how about the 3 things you're grateful for?
The things I am grateful for, number one is family. I could never thank them enough for their support and love. So family for me is important. They come first in everything I do. And secondly, love. Love itself it will not shake you. Yeah, so I anything can come at you for as long as the love stands. Yeah. So the third thing is a sound mind.
Hallelujah to
I
that.
am so grateful for a sound mind because you can process, you can think through stuff, you can make it work.
Yes.
So we take for granted those sort of things, but I remember my mom saying to me, no matter who does what to you, have they taken your brain?
Wow.
For as long as your brain is there, figure it out.
Everything is figure-outable.
Figure it out. So I am so grateful. Every day when I wake up, my prayer is, God, I thank you for a sound mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, Fa, it's been a pleasure having you on this program, and I know we would love to continue this conversation and continue talking, but for the sake of time, we have to, conclude this. And to our audience, thank you for watching and listening. And if you've enjoyed our conversation, please feel free to leave a comment, provide us with some feedback. And for those who would like to continue watching and listening to some of our very cool interviews that we're going to have in the future, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as follow our page on Facebook. Like always, don't forget to share with your friends and family. Sharing is caring. Thank you for your time. And bye. Thank you.